Honorable members, comrades, fighters, Democrats, fellow South Africans, Bagaetsu, Dumelang. Last week we lost a colleague and a committed parliamentarian. Those who work closely with Honorable Timothy Khoza spoke of his big heart and his concern for others.
Honorable members,
he died while performing his duty, and that is how we will remember him, committed to the people, always trying to make a difference. Our thought and prayers are with him and his family and his party at such a difficult time. Honorable members, we may represent different parties in this House, but we are united in our love for our country and our loyalty to the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. We may have different opinions, but we are not enemies. All of us sitting in this place, black, white, Indian, and colored, want South Africa to work, to be a prosperous nation that we know it can be. I became a member of parliament because I wanted to serve the people of this country. I wanted to make a difference. And I know that most of you who are sitting here are here for the same reasons. You want to do what is right, what is just, and what is honorable. We've all traveled a different journey to get here. And growing up in Soweto in the 1980s, I witnessed, like many of you, the sharp end of apartheid brutality. And I swore I would do all that I could with what I have to fight oppression in this country. I never imagined that one day I would be here in this parliament fighting a new form of oppression, a corrupt system that keeps our people imprisoned in poverty. If you told me that one day our democratically elected president would end up corrupted and captured by a criminal syndicate, I would have never believed you. But here we are. We've all traveled along different roads, but we've arrived at the same destination. We all have a choice today to do what is right, what is just, and what is honorable. I know many of you are tired of talking about President Zuma. So am I. And I'm tired of speaking about the Guptas. That is why we tabled this motion, so that we can move on from this disastrous chapter and focus on the things that matter to our people. Honorable members, this is a historic day. Indeed, since the dawn of our democracy, the stakes have never been higher. Our state has been captured. And we know this from the hundreds and thousands of emails that have been leaked. We know that from the testimony of members and former members of this House. As a result, our economy is in recession and our country has been downgraded to junk status. While the corrupt quickly exchange their stolen rands into dollars, it is ordinary South Africans who are hit hard. Fellow South Africans, I have seen with my own eyes the effects of poverty in communities across South Africa. I've spoken to people who collect spoiled meat from rubbish dumps to feed their families. I've met mothers who feed their children on sugar water and boiled weeds. I've heard of parents abandoning their babies, and I've heard of the good people turning to crime out of sheer desperation. Bagaetso, matshelo a maAfrika Borwa a nna boima. Borotho bo tura gompieno go feta bone bo tura maabane. For malapa a mantsi, toro ya go nna le ntlo ya bone mo Afrika Borwa ga e sa tlhole le teng. Ba ba emetseng di-social grant ba sokola go tswelela pele. Di-grant tsa bone ga di kgone go ba tsweletsa pele. The value of pensions and savings is shrinking. Akusena mali ya textbook, akusena mali ya classroom, akusena mali ya scholar transport. And in fact, what is even more tragic is that more and more South Africans are running out of opportunity to find work. Fellow South Africans, honorable members, the choice that is before us is a simple one. Either we will allow one family, aided and abetted by our president, to take everything from us, or we, on behalf of the people of South Africa who elected us, take our country back. The choice before us today is not between yellow, red, or blue. It is not about party politics. It's not about who tabled this motion or who didn't. Today, our choice is between right and wrong, between good and evil. Today, we do what is best for our country, or we turn our back on it. When we vote today, let us recall the oath of office that each of us took when we stood here. That oath says, I swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa, and I will obey, respect, and uphold the Constitution and all other laws of the Republic. I solemnly promise to perform my functions as a member of the National Assembly to the best of our ability. All of us sitting in this place said those words right here in this house. But saying those words will mean nothing if today we don't put our words to action. Are we, honorable members, are we prepared to uphold the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa and all other laws as we saw that we would? Voting in secret today means none of us have an excuse. We are all free to follow our conscience. If we fail to use this opportunity, history and many South Africans will judge us harshly, and the people of this country may never forgive us. I hold the hope that there are enough people in this house today.
Sorry, honorable member, please take your seat. Honorable members, can I plead with you that we lower our voices so that the speaker can be heard? We would like every speaker who's going to speak here to be listened to. This is presumably a very important debate. Thank you very much. Go ahead, honorable member.
I would hope that there are enough people in this house that will put politics aside and do what is right for the people who elected us. We are encouraged by the words of former Minister Pravin Gordhan, when he says, I think the president should move aside and let someone take over this country and reset the course, so that we can fulfill the kind of aspirations that Mandela and his generation held for our country. Honorable Gordhan, will you play your part today in resetting the course of history? We're encouraged by the words of Honorable Hanekom, when he says most MPs are senior members of the ANC, committed to South Africa and our movement. They'll do what is best for our country. We take heart, Ntate Ramaphosa, from your words when you spoke about state capture.
Order, Chair. Order, the Speaker.
Yes, honorable member, please take your seat, honorable member. Order. Honorable members, please. Order. Yes, honorable member, what are you rising on?
No, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Maimane has failed to deal with Honorable Zille. So he can't tell us anything.
Oh, no, honorable member, that's not a point of order. Proceed, honorable member.
Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Steenhuisen. Honorable Steen, can we allow the speaker to proceed? Because if we do that, we will take on time that we should be deserving to. I understand your concern. Can we proceed without allowing
Deputy
the
Speaker,
debate? Yes.
I rise on Rule 66.
Yes.
Members not to be interrupted, and particularly by spurious points of order. Now, the honourable member there does this in every debate. And I would ask that you urge him to refrain in this important debate from making himself look foolish and this House look foolish with these spurious points of order that are not points of order in terms of our rules.
Proceed, honourable member.
Ntate Ramaphosa, you said, I will not keep quiet and remain numb to what this means for our country and its people. We will protect those we will not protect those in our ranks who are involved in these actions. Ntate Ramaphosa, today, will you put your words to your actions? And then there was a frank admission by Honorable Blade Nzimande when he recalled the events that led to Polokwane in 2007. In fact, he said, had we known that our revolution and our struggle were going to be handed over to an immigrant Indian family going by the name of Gupta, we would have behaved differently. We would have never thought that Zuma was the right person to lead the ANC and to lead the alliance or the country for that matter. Babu Nzimande, are you prepared today to correct your mistakes of 10 years ago in this house? We were moved by the brave words of Honorable Khoza when she told President Zuma, South Africa no longer leads you. Uphold the ANC's constitution, uphold the country's constitution, and step aside. Your vote in this motion, Mamu Khoza, is the honorable and the ultimate service to our people. Honorable members, these statements reflect what many, if not most of you feel. Aside from the instruction given to the ANC caucus to follow the party line, who within the ANC and its alliance really wants Jacob Zuma, Ubabu Zuma. Amongst ANC stalwarts, the calls for him to step down have become a deafening chorus, with former presidents speaking out aloud. Former President Motlanthe is on record stating that if he were an MP, he'd support the motion to remove President Zuma. Former President Thabo Mbeki shared this sentiment when he said, it is obvious and logical that MPs must act in Parliament as the voice of the people, not the voice of the political parties to which they belong. Honorable members, I know what Nelson Mandela would have done in this house today, and you know it too. He once said, may your choices reflect your hopes and not your fears. I am asking you today to overcome your fears, to show courage when the people of this country need you the most. I am asking you to vote today, to vote for hope. The hope that we can defeat the corruption that oppresses our people. The hope that a prosperous nation at peace with itself and with the world. The hope, fellow South Africans, that we can make South Africa a better place for our children. If we do the right thing today, we will give our children a better future that they deserve. Vote for your hopes, honorable members, not your fears. Do the right thing today. Vote with your conscience and remove this corrupt and broken president from office. I plead you, let us put the people of South Africa first and vote to remove Jacob Zuma today. I thank you.